This is your quick and easy guide on how to get the wonder weapon for Astra Malorum. The first thing you're going to want to do is start the lockdown sequence so that you can unlock Pack-a-Punch. And now that the lockdown sequence is complete and Pack-a-Punch is available, we're going to be looking for valves that are scattered across this room. Particularly what we're looking for is a valve that has gas shooting out of it, just like this one right here. Once we've identified this valve, what we're going to want to do is shoot it, but it's going to start a timer. So let's familiarize ourselves with all the valves that are located in this room. As you can see, I just showed you your first two. Here's your third location in this back corner. Now dropping down, you can find two that are located across from each other. Heading back up the stairs, you can find another valve located up against this wall right here. And now we're going to want to shift our attention up to the very top where you can find two valves once again placed across from each other. And now this very last one, don't forget it, it's going to be located right next to the teleporter back to spawn. And now that we know all the locations of the valves, go ahead and start this off by shooting your very first one. And then you're going to be looking around each of these different locations, looking for another one that is spraying out gas just like this one right here. Now during this process, you're going to be able to hear the valve spraying out gas. And I believe there's going to be about 5 different valves that you have to shoot in total. But regardless, you know that you've done this correctly when you hear yet another audio cue, as well as the gigantic telescope in the middle of the room starting to shift up towards the sky. Now that this step is complete, go ahead and find Oscar, who can be found anywhere around the map, and bring him back to this room. Once you've brought him back to this room, go ahead and interact with these oculi right here. What we're looking for is the little tiny sun that can be found in the sky. Once you've lined up your cursor in the middle of the sun, it's going to start shooting a beam down, and all we need to do is bring Oscar underneath it, and this is going to be your first of 3 ways to kill him in order to get your wonder weapon. For your next method, go ahead and apply crowd freeze to any one of your guns, and then you're going to be looking for these crystals that are scattered around the map. As you've noticed, once you shoot this with a crowd freeze gun, it's going to drop a crystal shard. Now make sure you're going around the map collecting a total of 3 crystal shards, and after this is complete, go ahead and roll around as many times as you need to until Oscar spawns back in. Once he's back into the map, go ahead and go to the room that I call the artifact room, and you're going to be looking for a rocket right here. And once you've interacted with the button on the side of the rocket, make sure that Oscar is standing as close to the thruster of the rocket. This is going to allow you to kill him once the rocket attempts to take off, completing your second out of 3 ways to kill him. Now, as you've noticed, I've also picked up a saucer off the ground. This is going to be utilized for our 3rd way to kill Oscar, finally completing and giving us the wonder weapon. And now we need to go ahead and navigate back to spawn, and you need to shoot the very front bumper of Old Tessie. This is going to give you the car battery. In addition to this, you're going to need to find a lamp that is flickering on and off like this somewhere on your map, and this is going to drop you a set of wires. Now, the very last thing that we need to do is head back into the observatory or the planetarium where this trap is located. Once Oscar is inside of this room, all we need to do is interact with the switch, and this is going to place all 3 of those components that we just spent time gathering. And now interacting with it one more time is going to start a lockdown sequence where Oscar's battery is going to start becoming overcharged. After this entire sequence has been complete, Oscar is going to blow up and the wonder weapon is going to drop onto the ground, and that is how you get the wonder weapon inside of Astra Malorum. Hopefully you guys found this guide extremely helpful. Maybe consider liking and subscribing, and I'll see you guys next time.